But yeah, welcome, chat. I hope you've been doing good. Let me get this up on the screen, and then we'll begin. Welcome to Marbles.
Yes! It's a wonderful game called Marbles.
I don't know how this works. Sky Temple. This feels very... Ooh. Okay, I thought I was going to need a controller for this. Clearly, no. I thought that this was going to be... Well, I guess I can use a controller for it. You know what? Just for authenticity, I'm going to use a keyboard, because this feels very Flash gamey to me. Meikou, are you in the path of the approaching winter storm? I'm not in the south, where it's, like, hitting, like, really bad. But I'm definitely going to see some of the storm, I feel. What are the controls? Movement. Camera. Confirm. Welcome to Marbles chat. Whoa. You guys ever played Bloxors? This feels very Bloxors to me. Oh, there's physics. Yummy, delicious physics. But yes, I am in the path of the winter storm. Holy fuck. So we'll see if I'm actually able to stream this weekend. Or fucking at any point this week, really. Just because, like... Hold on just a second. Don't tune that dial. Nothing's wrong with your end. No. It's... It's tough to say whether or not I'll have issues this weekend with the internet or anything like that. But if I do, it's very likely that if I lose power, my power is going to be out for like a week. Maybe longer. And it happens, I'm sure some of you are used to this. It happens like every fucking year, and I hate it. I hate it. I really hate it. But I live in such a remote area that whenever my power goes out or anything else goes out, I'm typically the last person to get anything back. So it really sucks. I did do a little bit better this year, though. I hope you're proud of me, chat. I got an electric solar-powered generator. So that's pretty sweet. And I'm not excited to use it. I was going to say I was, but I'm not really excited to use it. But it's there in the case that I need a little bit of power. These are the pitfalls of living in a fucking shotgun shack. You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. And you may ask yourself, how did I get here? And you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile, saying, how do I work this? This is not my home. This is not my beautiful wife. Letting the days go by, let the water hold you down. Letting the days... What? Into the blue again, after the money's gone. What the fuck am I falling through? What? I'm falling right through this solid object. Okay, whatever. 3 times equals insanity. Let's get out of here. How about you, chat? Are you gearing up for the winter storm? Supposedly, it's supposed to be pretty fucking bad, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm never looking forward to weather. Sucks. Oh, this is what we're doing. Oh, we need to add a path. No, this game looks a lot like Bloxors, which if anyone remembers that was like a pretty solid Flash game that a lot of people remember. I'm German, no snowstorm. Lucky you. Lucky you. It's just a schnitzel storm or something. I don't know. Is schnitzel German? Meikou appropriating his chatters? No, no way. Shit! It's gonna be a low of 8 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 13 Celsius Saturday night. Yeah. With wind chills that are down to like negative 40. Yeah, I know. I know, it's not fun to think about. Although I will say, it's making me laugh that there's all of these fucking morons on Twitter and on YouTube. Because there's this guy named Max. I don't know. I don't care to know the other half of his name because I think he's a dipshit. But there's this guy named Max on Twitter and YouTube that will report on weather. And for some reason, everybody is like, oh my god, you're the best weather reporter out there. You're better than the local news, blah, 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 blah. Every time I've watched this guy, he has had the most clickbaity fucking weather-related thumbnails where he's like, this shit is about to be biblical. And I just cannot respect someone who clickbaits people on the fucking weather. But that's regardless of the point. I saw a tweet from him today that made me block him because I was like, oh my god, you're annoying. The tweet was, he was saying that it was going to get so cold that trees were going to start exploding from the temperature. Like what? What do you mean trees are going to begin exploding? So I looked into it. Because I was like, no, you don't get to make a claim that bold without having someone fact check your bullshit. So, I'm on the wrong side of this thing. So I went ahead and just started looking into it. I was like, do trees explode whenever it gets too cold? No, they don't explode. The sap inside of them can cause them to crack under the colder conditions. Which might cause some of the bark to splinter out. Oh my god, I had like Tom Hanks' voice there for a second. You hear that? But, like, the tree's not gonna fucking explode, you moron. I'm sorry, this is a hostile stream. That's mean. I shouldn't say that. But, seriously, the guy is a fucking idiot. And I think maybe he shouldn't have a platform to speak on. Coming from the dumbass cat. But at least I'm not trying to purposefully misinform and fucking clickbait people. Give me this. This is the problem with Zoomers getting their news from TikTok, misinformation. Yeah. And then we're gonna have a whole galley of people that grow up and they're gonna be like, oh my god, did you know that trees can explode under extreme conditions? Yeah, maybe if somebody stuck dynamite inside of the tree. I don't know, man. I think when you're an authority on anything important, you should probably think before you speak. Like, it's a pretty important thing. Oh, boxes. But yeah, I saw that. That pissed me off today, and then I got off Twitter because I was like, wow, this site is designed to make you angry, and the guy is winning at social media right now, because the way to win at social media is either to clickbait people or piss people off, and he's doing both at the same time. So by all means, he is definitely winning. He had like 80,000 fucking likes on that tweet. And I see his videos in my recommended all the time, which is super unfortunate because I wish I could just block him on YouTube. YouTube should really add a block feature. Don't give me the 3 dots with the fucking, oh, I don't want to hear from this user anymore. Because that shit does not work. I've tried curating my algorithm on YouTube, and that shit does not work. Whoa, this is getting very perspective-y. Ooh, ugh. Believing in generations is part of the problem. Gen Z started in 96. You can fall for this slop too. Oh, I'm 100% aware I can fall for slop. I'm aware that anyone can fall for slop. It's just really annoying that the loudest voices are typically the ones that are trying to manipulate you. Especially when it comes down to, like, people just wanting views on YouTube and shit. Go ahead and log into YouTube without an account, and you'll see what I mean. Fuck! If you log into YouTube without an account and just look at the recommended, you will instantly get an idea of what I'm talking about. Also, this game is pretty cool, but I don't know if I like the soundtrack. Which way is the place we were going? Woo! Definitely not there. Also, I don't necessarily think... This isn't dismissing your comment at all. I don't necessarily think that it's belief in generations as a whole. I think it's belief in the idea that any one generation is superior to another. Like, I don't know what... This is just another example of how divisive everything is nowadays. I'm eating shit on this level. It's another example of how divisive everything is nowadays, because unfortunately, people just use That wasn't fair. Unfortunately, people use generations as an excuse for why something is the way it is. I'm not immune to that. I've done it before too. It just sucks. It sucks that so many people are more focused on creating ways to disagree with other people rather than finding solutions to things. Here's some good news. Let's get some good news in here. Did you know that this year solar and wind-powered emissions overtook coal-powered emissions? There's some good news. I don't know what to do here. I'm lost, chat. I'm actually stuck. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, I guess we just gotta do the whole level over because I got stuck. I need to thank my parents for having me in 95 so I don't have the unfortunate title of Zoomer. Yeah, there's a reason 98 is after my name. That is the year I was born. This tail end 90s baby. You're a magic cat. You can just cast a spell to generate a hint for you in this game. You're right.
Hinticus!
Santa got hospitalized from the microplastics and couldn't keep up the coal production to match the renewable energy sources. Funny thing about microplastics as well, let me tell you about this. So, did you know that I believe it's Chinese researchers. I could be wrong here. But some sort of researchers found an alternative to plastic that is creatable by us. It is dissolvable in salt water. And supposedly it's a better alternative. I don't know for sure. There's no real way to know until we actually do testing with it, but it's an interesting proposition, you know? It's cool. It's cool to think that maybe one day it'll get better. And it's also cool to know that scientists are actively looking into solutions for our fucked up world. I was gonna mix the words genuinely and generally there. That was fucking weird. I generally don't like speaking on world events or any current news that is related to like horrible shit whenever I'm streaming, just because first off, it dates the stream, and second off, it's a little depressing to talk about sometimes. But I am hopeful for a future where, you know, this kind of stuff is normal. And we have energy and materials that are made to work with the world and not against it. Genuinely something I'm super interested in, and I hope that we are on a path towards using stuff like that, renewable energy, things like that. That's why the generator that I got recently, that I told you about at the beginning of the stream, that's why I got a solar-powered generator. Oh, I gotta kick these Cocoa Puffs off the stage. I firmly believe in the statement that the old should plant trees that they will never live to see or sit in the shade of. And I think going down that route from now and forever on would be a very, very wise choice for everyone involved. Because we all are part of the planet, and we have to take care of our home. Ever since I was a kid, you know, I may not like my mom, and we may not be on the best terms, but ever since I was a kid, my mom was the one who taught me how important renewable energy and like recycling and, you know, things like the ozone layer are. So if I don't have her to thank for much, at the very least I have her to thank for that. And of course, you know, being alive, like living, like existing. That's another one. But yeah, I think we're kind of on a, again, we're on a bit of a depressing side tangent. Let's get the fuck out of there. Let's talk about Flash games, man. This is cool. This is super cool. And I'll tell you what, I was playing, does anybody remember the company Nitrome by chance? Anybody remember Nitrome Games? Nitrome? I was checking out a bunch of stuff on Steam today in my discovery queue. Nitrome is making games again, and they're coming back. They used to make a ton of like really interesting Flash games. One of my favorites being Feed Me, which was you played as a little potted, what do you call them? Venus flytrap, and you could like stretch your neck to like grab onto parts of the stage, and then you'd eat flies and slowly like swing around, and that one was fun. That was by Nitrome. Ah! But yeah, they're coming back. They're making new games. They're remastering some of their older ones. They're making Mousework, a Switch 2 co-op game using mouse controls. Fucking, that is exactly what Nitrome was all about. They were all about making really cool concepts for, like, Flash games. They've always been a very inventive game maker. So that does not surprise me at all that they're using, you know, the new tools of the Switch to make something cool. That's really cool. Ah! I'm fine. Jump? No. I don't think I want to. Oh my fucking god, it worked! I will say this. This is very cool. I love games that just give you the slightest bit of direction. And then you go for it and you're like, oh my god, it worked. This is awesome. Hello, YouTube chat. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, that's what I want to talk about, chat. I want to talk about video games. Video games are what make me happy. And clearly a whole lot of you happy. Yeah. Ooh, mamma mia. Okay, hold on. Am I gonna... Am I gonna... Woohoo! Yep. Good. I made a costume plus of you? YouTube chat, what does that mean? What is a costume plus? Hey! Ugh. I would assume that's some sort of art. Ah! Jump. You want to jump? Where do I need to jump? Over there to the checkerboard? That's a long jump. All right. Pray. Whoa! Ooh. Oh my god. This is a really cool game. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. What am I doing here? Wipe out big balls? The big red balls? Wipe out? This music sounds slightly Blade Runner, which I'm down with. Oh man, chat, I need to tell you about something. Blade Runner is one of my favorite movies of all time. But I think my favorite trilogy of all time is Lord of the Rings. No doubt about it. Lord of the Rings is such a fantastic bunch of movies. And I rewatched it recently. It was a very special rewatch. Very special rewatch because my girlfriend, who had never ever seen Lord of the Rings before, she'd never seen anything out of it. She had somehow watched The Hobbit, but never watched The Lord of the Rings. And yeah, she was like, yeah, we can sit down and watch those. And I was like, okay, but if we watch these, we need to watch the extended cuts, which are about 4 hours long each. And she was like, "Oh my god." But it was amazing. Because I have never seen her more locked in on a piece of media other than Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings actually, like, clicked with her in a way that I have not seen it click instantly with, like, many other people. And it was amazing. She had never even gotten spoiled on anything that happened. Like, that's how nothing she knew about this. And over the course of about 3 or 4 weeks, we watched one a weekend and then skipped one weekend and then did the final one on the final week we were watching it. And ow. Oh, there's lives in this game, I just realized. Or maybe that's a death counter. But no, she loved it. I took it upon myself to make her I surprised her the day after we watched Lord of the Rings Return of the King, which is the final one. I surprised her with like a kind of Hobbit-style breakfast. And it was nice. It was really nice. But rewatching it again was just like eye-opening. Just how good those movies are. Because I haven't seen them in like 5 years. And I was like, yeah, I love Lord of the Rings, and I love remembering it, but I hadn't watched it in so long. And when I finally sat down and watched it again, I was like, oh my god, it's still so good. That makes sense why you were having so much fun with that Gollum game. I mean, that was for a very different reason. Gollum was just bad. It was just like, oh, mega bad. I can't believe that they let that game release in the state that they did. Especially with such a prestigious title behind it. Like, that's insanity to me. I would have been embarrassed to have released something that bad. Like a professional product, or what was supposed to be a professional product with, your name on it. And you say, okay, here's Lord of the Rings Gollum, everybody enjoy. This is dog shit. It's what? It's dog shit. Did you test this? No. Oh, there's your problem. No! I still stand by it that Lord of the box set Lord of the Rings Blu-ray set, the extended editions that I have, is probably one of the best purchases I've ever made in my life. And I only paid $40 for it, as opposed to the normal, like, $80. I'm doing kind of terrible on this ball game now. And then, here's the double whammy. I found all of the theatrical cuts of Lord of the Rings and the theatrical cuts of The Hobbit, which, The Hobbit should have just been one movie anyways. For $8 recently. So I got 6 movies, 6 pretty good movies for $8. Which, here come the 18 million comments on YouTube saying, oh, you spent $8 on it because it was the theatrical cuts and those aren't as good. Okay. I didn't ask you. And also, I don't care. It's I only got it because it had The Hobbit in it, and I don't own The Hobbit. Which, who needs to own The Hobbit? They're not very good movies. I mean, they are when they're cut down. Like, there are fan-made cuts of The Hobbit that are actually really good. But they didn't need 3 movies. They just did it because they wanted money. Money. Cash. Moolah. Dollars. What was the other one? Cheddar. Coinage. That's what we should be playing right now, is Rad. Robot Alchemic Drive? What a game. I will play more of that soon. I have it, oh, by the way, Dinero. I refunded Silent Hill. To anyone who was around wondering. I just couldn't jam with Silent Hill F. I looked up reviews of it afterwards, and a lot of people were saying it's just not... I mean, it's not bad, it's just not quite Silent Hill. So I kind of started with the worst one. Which... yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I will say the funniest things out of Silent Hill F are the memes. I love the memes for Silent Hill F. I saw one earlier where Ethan and Hinako were talking, and Ethan's like, "We gotta find my goddamn wife, Hinako," and Hinako's like, Subaru, Honda, Mitsubishi, like literally, like saying that. And then it pans the camera around, and he's like, "Yeah, whatever you said, Hinako," and she is jacked out of her mind. She has muscles on muscles on muscles. And then there's the gif that I showed you where she literally does like an Akuma teleport behind the knife wielding fucking horror monster, and then just beats her in the back of the head with a pipe repeatedly. And I'm like, yeah, that's Silent Hill F. Yeah, that's pretty accurately representing that game. But yeah, no, in short, I refunded it. I cannot keep playing that game. It's just a little too... little too much brain thinky. Which, that wouldn't be bad in a game where, like if I was playing, like, Nancy Drew, or, like a point-and-clicker. Like, I'd be like, oh, yeah, you know, obviously I need to use my brain, but, like, Silent Hill F required me to use my brain, but also required me to use it in such a way that did not make sense very often. And also... uh-oh. And also the combat in that game just wasn't very good. But that's neither here nor there. I think that's kind of how it's meant to be. It's a horror game, so it makes sense. Oh, where are we going? This way? This is a long-ass level, I say as it ends. Alright, well, I mean, I kind of got the idea. This is, Marvel Rivals? What is this game fucking called? Oh my god, I lost it. Marbles. It seems like it's really just gonna be a lot of that, which isn't bad. This is a cool game. It's a little more, how do I want to say this? It's a little more... I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's different. It's not quite like a lot of the other Marble games that I've played, which I have not played on stream yet, but surely I will one day. I don't know. I like ball games. I love balls. That was Marbles. If we have any hope to continue down our funky little path, we must move on. We must move forward. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break here. And I'll be right back. So keep your hands in the air like you just don't care. Keep on sticking around. I'll be right back with more video games here in just a minute.